Did you know that one adoption changed the course of Roman history forever? Stick around to discover how Emperor Hadrian's choice of successor made a lasting impact on the empire. Publius alias Hadrianus, known as Emperor Hadrian, was born on January 24, 76 AD, in Italica, located near present-day Seville, Spain. He belonged to a prominent family and was part of the Nerva Antonine dynasty with connections to the revered Emperor Trajan, who was his adoptive father. Hadrian's early life was marked by significant events. After the death of his parents when he was just 10 years old, he was taken under the wing of Trajan, becoming a ward of the future emperor. Hadrian married Vibia Sabina, the grandniece of Trajan, in a political alliance that solidified his position within the imperial family. Emperor Hadrian took the throne in 117 AD after Trajan's death. His reign would last for over 2 decades, during which Hadrian was noted for his extensive travels throughout the empire. He was not content to sit in Rome but preferred to experience the provinces firsthand, a tactic that showcased his leadership style and concerns for the Roman people. Despite his successes, Hadrian faced challenges during his reign. Critics among the Senate viewed him as remote and authoritarian, a perception partly stemming from his decision to abandon Trajan's aggressive expansionist policies. Instead, Hadrian emphasized stability and unity within the empire, seeking a pan-Hellenic identity among its diverse peoples. As he grew older, Hadrian faced personal difficulties, including chronic illness and disappointment in his childless marriage. The lack of an heir became a critical issue as his health declined. It was during this time that Hadrian made the momentous decision to adopt Antoninus Pius, ensuring a stable succession for the empire. The decision had not come lightly for Emperor Hadrian. As he faced the reality of his advancing age and failing health, thoughts of securing a stable future for Rome weighed heavily on his mind. He recognized that the lack of a direct heir could lead to instability in the empire, a scenario that had often resulted in civil strife. Particularly concerning was the tension among various factions within the Roman Senate, which could erupt into power struggles upon his death. Hadrian's desire for a suitable successor led him to Antoninus Pius, a distinguished senator known for his integrity and loyalty. Antoninus had proven himself capable during his service and was highly regarded among both the Senate and the military. Hadrian envisioned Antoninus as a unifying figure who could maintain the empire's peace and stability after his reign. However, the implications of this adoption extended beyond Antoninus's ascension. Hadrian stipulated that Antoninus must adopt 2 young heirs, Marcus Aurelius and Lucius Verus. This strategic decision aimed to ensure a line of strong leadership, aligning with Hadrian's vision for a stable succession that would carry his ideals forward. He believed that Marcus Aurelius in particular was destined for greatness and would embody the principles Hadrian valued. As Hadrian prepared for his last years, he encountered skepticism and dissent from some members of the Senate. Many were resistant to his choice of Antoninus as heir. The situation became even more complicated as whispers of political conspiracies began to circulate. Hadrian's past policies had caused friction with influential senators, and some feared Antoninus would be too closely tied to Hadrian's legacy. Yet Hadrian remained resolute, understanding that the stability of Rome required decisive leadership and a clear vision for the future. He felt that through Antoninus and the additional layer of succession with Marcus Aurelius and Lucius Verus, he was ensuring a legacy that would safeguard Rome's complexities. In his heart, he believed that this decision would lead to a reign filled with prosperity and peace, ultimately marking a significant turning point for the Roman Empire. The adoption ceremony itself was a significant event, attended by members of the Senate and key figures of the Roman Empire. Hadrian made it clear to Antoninus that the adoption was not just a personal honor, but a political necessity. He emphasized the importance of the ceremony as a method to affirm Antoninus as his heir and to outline the responsibilities that came with this new status. The atmosphere in the Grand Hall was filled with a sense of occasion, as whispers of anticipation rippled through the attendees. As part of Hadrian's conditions for the adoption, he insisted that Antoninus must also adopt the young Marcus Aurelius and Lucius Verus. This stipulation was critical, as Hadrian wanted to ensure a strong lineage of leaders who could carry his vision and policies forward. The choice of Marcus Aurelius was particularly important to Hadrian, as he had high hopes that Marcus would embody the virtues of wisdom and benevolence that Hadrian valued in governance. Upon receiving the news of his adoption, Antoninus Pius expressed both gratitude and concern. He approached the responsibility with humility, acknowledging that he was tasked with leading an expansive empire that was grappling with various challenges. His acceptance speech emphasized loyalty to Hadrian's vision and commitment to the welfare of the empire, aiming to unite the Senate behind him. The audience responded favorably, sensing Antoninus's earnest intentions. However, not all in the Senate welcomed the idea of Antoninus as the successor. Some senators expressed skepticism about Hadrian's decision, citing Antoninus's relative lack of military experience and arguing that an emperor should be a figure of strength and aggression, especially in times of uncertainty. The remarks turned into heated debates, with those in favor of Hadrian's choice urging a look beyond mere military might and towards governance based on tranquility and stability. Despite dissenting voices, Hadrian stood firm in his decision, knowing that the future of Rome depended on wise leadership. His adoption of Antoninus Pius was rooted in a vision of continuity and hopeful governance. As Hadrian prepared for his final days, He believed that he had chosen a successor who would guide the empire towards an era of peace and prosperity, fulfilling his aspirations for a unified Rome. In the aftermath of Hadrian's adoption of Antoninus Pius, the news spread throughout the Roman Empire, reverberating through its vast provinces. Initially, many viewed the decision with optimism, believing that Antoninus's solid reputation would pave the way for a period of stability after Hadrian's reign. However, not every reaction was positive. Some senators expressed skepticism regarding this new arrangement. Whispers of rivalry and concerns over Antoninus's capabilities crept through the halls of power. Despite the initial skepticism, Antoninus quickly demonstrated his commitment to leadership. He reached out to various factions within the Senate, discussing policies that promoted unity and continuity. His respectful approach and dedication to maintaining the interests of Rome's diverse peoples began to win over some critics. Notably, Antoninus emphasized Hadrian's vision of a pan-Hellenic empire, where different cultures could coexist under Roman rule, fostering a sense of community. However, not all senators were persuaded. Influential members who favored a more aggressive leadership style expressed their discontent, believing that Antoninus lacked the military prowess needed to safeguard the empire. The debates within the Senate grew heated, with factions forming around differing visions for Rome's future. Hadrian's earlier actions and policies created a polarized environment, establishing Antoninus's challenges right from the beginning. As Antoninus continued to navigate this political landscape, he made it a priority to honor Hadrian's legacy by honoring the infrastructure developments he had initiated. He dedicated resources to completing projects like the Temple of Venus in Roma, promoting cultural endeavors that reflected Hadrian's admiration for Hellenistic ideals. This not only honored Hadrian's memory, but also portrayed Antoninus as a benevolent leader who valued architecture and culture. As Hadrian passed away later that same year, Antoninus officially took the throne and was hailed as emperor. His leadership marked the beginning of a new chapter for the Roman Empire. With Hadrian's last wishes in mind and the backing of the people, Antoninus quickly sought to stabilize the empire, drawing from Hadrian's legacy while simultaneously asserting his own vision for governance.